Hi students, it's Miss Kate. This is your new interchange book, page 103, exercise 9. And here we have a lesson called Tag Questions for Opinions. So this is a type of grammar that we use when we are expressing our opinion and we're asking a question that doesn't necessarily need an answer, but we are kind of looking for someone to confirm what we think or maybe just agree with what we think. So here is how to make a tag question. So the first way we can do it is to start with an affirmative statement and then add the negative tag question. So let's look at the first example. Health insurance is really expensive. That is the statement. And then you add a comma and then you add the negative tag. How do you do that? Well, whatever the verb was, we have to look at that in the statement. Now, if we have a be verb in the affirmative, we want to change affirmative to negative. If it's singular, keep it singular. And then this pronoun refers to the original subject, insurance, which is a non-count noun, so it requires a singular pronoun. Here is a second example. There are lots of criminals in the city, aren't there? Again, look at the verb. It's the opposite of what you had in the statement. And whenever you have there are or there is, just add that word there to the other side of the verb over here. So it's opposite and reversed. Next example, graffiti makes everything look ugly, doesn't it? Okay, this verb doesn't seem to match this verb, but actually it does. This is the auxiliary verb that goes with a present tense verb. Remember, do or does goes with present tense verbs. So this is affirmative and singular. So this will be negative singular. This pronoun it goes with the non-count subject graffiti. Finally, colleges should provide daycare, shouldn't they? All right, so the verb here is should provide. We have a modal and a main verb. In the tag question, you just use the modal. Again, make it opposite. Should becomes shouldn't. They refers to the subject, colleges. All right, if you want to start with a negative statement, your tag is going to be the opposite, affirmative. Okay, this was affirmative statement, negative tag. Now we have negative statement, affirmative tag. So do the same thing I told you to do over here, but make sure your verb is the opposite and becomes affirmative. Childcare isn't cheap. Is it? Okay, isn't became is. There aren't enough police. Are there? Aren't became are. People don't care about our city, do they? All right, here we have don't care. We don't want to look at the main verb. We want to look at the helping verb. We're going to use that. Make it the opposite. Don't becomes do. And finally, you can't find affordable childcare, can you? Remember, if you have a modal, use the modal in the tag. Make it the opposite. Okay, let's try a couple of examples. Number 1, you can't escape advertising nowadays. Now look at the verb, it's negative. This is a negative statement, so our tag must be affirmative. Here we have a modal, so we're going to use the modal in the tag. Can't will become can. Can, the subject is you, we'll keep it you when it's you. So the answer is can you. Number 2, there aren't any noise pollution laws. Okay, we have a negative statement, so we need to use an affirmative tag. Aren't will become are, and don't forget the word there. So the answer is are there. One more, school bullying is a major problem here. Is will become isn't. Bullying is a gerund, which requires a singular pronoun, it. Answer, isn't it. I hope that helps you, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.